She said that lady threw the table at her. She was like, no, 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 Tina. No, no, no. I want to be your friend, Tina. I know you want to be her friend now because you're aware that she can kick your ass, okay? Well, hello there, love bugs. Hello there, Bellas. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share to Facebook, and subscribe because it is so important to the success of our book club here on the YouTube. Okay, I'm not playing. The likes are so important. Okay, and like I told you, the more members that we have, the bigger gifts that we can give out when we do our Q&A cash giveaways at the end of each book. Okay. And if you are not already a part of our Bella Book Club, please remember to hit the Patreon link below and or the join button and or the Cash App. You know, it's down below also. And you can be privy to all the shenanigans before the YouTube gets it, if the YouTube gets it, for a $5 monthly fee. And on top of that, when you are a paying member, you get to participate in the live Q&As at the end of each book. Okay, so it is a benefit to being a part of the book club. There's no time frame to which you have to wait to enter. You just pay your fee whenever you can via Cash App, via Patreon, or via the YouTube membership button. Okay, and you know, as you guys, people, the Bellas and Love Bugs that's already here, y'all already know that, you know, basically the people run the book. It is truly a democracy over here on this channel. It's a democracy here. Now, I can't speak for everywhere else, but at least it is here. So, guys, where we left off, we had this girl named Ann Kane who Ickety Ikety had picked up along the way. Okay. The problem with Ann Kane was that Ike liked himself some Ann Kane. Let me tell you who she is. Just a friendly reminder. She is a woman that Ickety Ikety picked up along the way, who was once a groupie, who was taking care of the children so good and gave them you know, manners and got their life together, that Ickety Ikety said, okay, I'm about to give her this D, okay, and I'm going to bring her on the road so the road tours work out very well, okay. The problem is, Ann Kane said to herself, oh, I want me some Ike, despite her knowing that Ike would whoop Tina Turner's ass arse from time to time. You know, I'm like, what do a woman like that think? And she thinking, ooh, he is whooping the shiz out of Tina, but ooh, I got to get me some. Speaking of, I got to get me some. You know what the rumors say about that Ickety Ikety, okay? You know what they say about the man. Hold tight. Do I have anything that is substantially okay? So, okay, let's say this. Okay, this can of spray is average. Okay, this is what they saying. Okay, this is average. And they saying this is Ickety Ikety. That's what the people saying. Okay, so you know, I ain't never had nothing to make me want to act, you know, to be with somebody that I know whoop ass. Okay. How Ann Kane describes the night that she had got her ass whooped, her arse whooped by Tina Turner, the Jungle Woman. Okay. She said she had just got finished picking up some money. Okay. She went back to the dressing room. Ikety's, you know, band money, okay? Because that's where her job is now, to pick up money and to make sure that the band is not getting cheated at the door, okay? So she returns with the money to the dressing room, and Tina, no, Jungle Woman Tina is right there, waiting on her with a table in her hand like this. She said that that lady threw the table at her. She was like, no, 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 Tina. No, no, no. I want to be your friend, Tina. I know you want to be her friend now because you're aware that she can kick your ass, okay? She said that Tina the Turner picked up that table like she was King Kong and threw it at her, okay? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tina the Turner, she got hands. We never going to deny that. She got hands, okay? The only problem was that I needed you to put your hands on Ickety Ikety. I ain't gonna be the person around here just getting my ass beat. Not when you can pick up tables and throw them in people's face. No, girl, you got the power. You got the power. With Anne Kane firmly ensconced as business manager and concubine, Ike was once again in the market for a housekeeper for the kids. The likeliest candidate was this woman named Rhonda Graham. Okay, she was another groupie bitch turned, Ike employee. Okay, she was from Texas. Rhonda was white but wild about R&B music. Okay, and it had been at the Reseda branch of the chain of teen nightclubs called Cinnamon Cinders that she had first seen Ike and Tina together. That was in 1962. Since then, she had been following the review, okay, since 1962. Okay, now she had a job, a job with Prudential Life Insurance, but what ended up happening was she ended up dedicating so much of her life to running around and chasing behind Ickety Ikety. She was one of those that she lost her job and then dedicated her life to Ickety Ikety full time. Chasing niggas full time, okay? Anne Kane was immediately annoyed by the new lady. Oh no, that's the drama. So she's not worried about Tina kicking her ass, but you're worried about the new white Anne bitch. Kane says, I really hated Rhonda then, hated her coming around because I realized this is the new one. It was a natural jealousy, but Ike had told me because we used to sit in the office at night and talk for hours about his obsessions to have this white woman to take her everywhere and show the white man something. And when he first laid her, he said he pinched himself to see if it was really true. This black guy from Mississippi with this young white girl. I'm sure that every one of his relationships has something to do with proving something. Yeah, you can tell. It's something about ego with Ike, It's like, and if a woman bruises his ego, then she has to suffer, okay? Or in Tina Turner's in Tina Turner's case, just get more attention than he do. He can't take that pressure. Because he always surrounded himself with women. They were always the go-between so that nobody could get to him business-wise. Ike always spoke through someone else. The man was a genius, but he felt that people laughed at him because he wasn't educated and didn't know how to structure words and sentences. So he had us to do it. Smart. Now he a wife-beating mother hunt you, but he's a very intelligent man. Something about me is that if I know I can't do it, I'll always put myself in the position to be next to the person who can do it. Okay, I'm telling you, most of my success, or a lot of my success, comes from the fact that I like to keep certain kind of people around me, and my wife and her friends, all six-figure niggas, or niggas, whatever, that put me in a different mind frame. Okay, for long, Rhonda too was touring with the review, alternating with Anne Kane as a road manager. Danger. Anne Kane is like, what do you mean I can't go on the road with you this time? What are you talking about? So you gonna let this bitch go with you? Answer yes. You ain't special, bitch. You ain't special. Rhonda Graham says that she had a more intimate involvement with Ike, that it was inevitable for them to, eventually hunch. Okay. Most of his relationships with female employees was a big mistake, she said, just as it was a big mistake for her. It says the work and the traveling, that was a great experience. I wouldn't trade it for anything. But the other part with Ike was just the worst thing that ever happened to me. A lot of it was by force too. Yes, because it's a white woman, okay? And he wants to be able to say that he hunching and beating a white woman. It's all ego with Ike. Ego is constantly, Ike is constantly ego tripping. Yeah, but they say he got a big one, so a big ego. That's what they say. Rhonda continues to say, you lived in such fear, You wanted to get out, but you were afraid to, just like Tina. And if somebody did leave, Ike would always track them down. Then it was, oh, well, I'm sorry. And everything was supposed to be okay, erased, and you shouldn't have to leave anymore. It was rejection, I think, that I just couldn't get a handle on. Yeah. Rejection be the thing to make you think you in love with a nigga that you ain't, okay? Rejection be the thing to make you fall around some bitch, okay, that really don't like you and you really don't like her. It's just the point that you feeling rejected, and your ego is crushed. It was around this time, apparently, that Ike Steele, a cigarette and coffee loyalist, began to take an interest in drugs. The Ikeettes were known to sneak an occasional marijuana joint, but when Ike found out, he didn't fire them. The reason why they knew that he ready to get down with the get down was because he tried it with the Ikeettes. He liked it and then told Tina to come in. Tina, now you try it. Tina say she didn't like it. Bullshit the Baker Man. Bullshit the Baker Man. Because they say that she was doing booger sugar too. I believe she was doing booger sugar. I believe she was doing threesomes. And I believe she was whooping Ike's ass back. That's what I believe. Now, what this book say is something different. But now, Tina Turner says, I didn't like the idea of putting these poisons into my body, and I didn't like the way it looked when people got high or whatever, especially women. So I was never interested in those things. There was the Benzedrin. Okay, now let me tell you about this. Tina, you ain't fooling nobody, bitch. You ain't fooling nobody, okay? But she said, because Ike always had her screaming and hollering on each song. Sorry, Tina, that's when you sound your best to me. I'm sorry. That screaming part. Anybody that can scream and holler and the voice be all raspy and raw and shit, look in your throat and it's red and bleeding. You could tell that mother hunter can sing. That's a gift to be able to scream and it sound good, right? So what she said was the times that Ike needed to get into the studio, but her voice was messed up, he would give her them Benzedrins. What is a Benzedrin, y'all? I don't know. I don't get how. Is it benzos? Because I know that them things, it was these things back in the day called benzos or beanies. Yeah, that's what they was. She said, he say, take this pill and you'll be able to sing. Then I'd sing over the hoarseness, and the next day I wouldn't have any voice at all, and my jaws were hurt from the clenching and tension. But when Ike was recording, I had to sing, sore throat or not, and so I had to take the bennies. That's what they call, child, the bennies, okay? But I never took them because I wanted them or enjoyed them. I knew I needed something to help me deal with what my life had become, to help me find a way out. But I knew that drugs weren't it. Okay, see, this is the bullshit. The Beyonce mother know that your ass be lying like this? This is the bullshit. You trying to tell me that you didn't take it to, because you liked the feeling of it. You only took it because you needed it to deal with your situation. That's the same thing, baby. That's the same thing. Okay? You don't like the feeling of life, so you take this pill so that you can cope with life. That's what all addicts do. I'm not calling you an addict, Tina the Turner. I'm not calling you an addict, but don't be so delusional, about what these pills are in place to do. You saying is to help you sing or to continue to sing, She said she never took it because it was fun. She took it because, she had to do what she had to do. Cope. That's what a lot of drug users do. Use it to cope. Just in case you didn't know. Now, while Ike and Tina singles continued to stifle, the Ikeettes suddenly started taking off. Revived as a separate recording entity, they notched a top 40 pop hit in April 1965 with Peaches and Cream. Okay, now dig this. Ike ain't like that. That's a problem to me. Wait a minute, I ain't got no hits, but them bitches over there got hits. We wouldn't even know who the hell they are if it wasn't for me. So these bitches got a hit? Answer no. Treachery. Treachery. For Jesse, Roby, and Vanetta, this was one humiliation too many. They'd never seen any profits from the ICAT's records. I paid them only a salary as review members, and now he was denying them not only the spoils of stardom, but their moment in the pop spotlight as well, and paying his fake ICATs more than the real ones to boot. Okay, because what the lady Vanetta said what happened was whenever Ike would get mad at the ICATs, when they would show up to a gig, to do their regular thing, I would be like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I got somebody else to take care of it. Don't worry about it. Okay. The girls said that it was a smack in the face because they come up to sing, but it's ladies over there waiting for them to fuck up so they can come on stage and sing. Vanetta says that Tina the Turner, was a loving person to the ICAT. She was different towards them. Okay. According to Vanetta, she said that, Tina Turner was a whole decent woman. She ain't smoke, she ain't drink, she ain't do nothing. Okay. Vanetta, you is confused because that lady was around there taking them damn beanies. Now, I don't know if a beanie, what is a beanie? Is that Benadryl? I don't know. Okay. I don't know. Vanetta says that Tina Turner would tell her, you can't work and party too. And she lived by that. Never drank, never smoked, and always went to bed after the show. She was so strong. Yeah, I guess you got to be strong to be able to see your whatever husband, sleeping with 100 different bitches. Well, I mean, no, he's not cheating on Tina Turner. He's cheating on his wife with Tina Turner and the rest of the bitches. Okay? Because that's not officially his wife. Do Beyonce know this? Did she know this? I'm so thankful. On its way into the pop charts, the ICATs walk. Okay. Now, Tina Turner's sister Aileen had already been working on the business side of the Ike and Tina Turner empire, right? So she decided to leave the Ike business with the ICATs. The problem was that damn Ike Turner is so ornery that he was like, oh no, that's my name. That's my name. You can't use the ICATs. I own that damn name. Okay. Then they tried to change their name to, I don't know, Sweet Sensation, formerly the ICATs. They couldn't use that either. Okay. So they finally just dropped the name and gave up. Okay. But I love to know, were they successful after they dropped the name? Aileen says these were the real ICATs, but we found out they couldn't use the name because Ike owned it. He had marshals to keep us from going on stage, subpoenas, restraining orders on every trip. Then we tried the Marriotts, formerly known as the ICATs, but he didn't want that either. Finally, we just dropped it. That's all honoring there. That's an honoring there. By the summer of 1965, Ike and Tina were signed to Lona Records, a small R&B label recently started by Warner Brothers and being run by Bob Krasnow. Okay, they were touring 365 days a year, says Krasnow, doing like 7 shows a night. It was insane. Krasnow recorded about half a dozen singles with the Turners, but none made the pop charts. And then one day, Krasnow got a phone call. Now, if you have not already done so, please remember to like, share the Facebook, and subscribe because it is so important to our success here on the YouTube. And remember this, the same people that you meet on the way up will always be the same people that you meet on the way down. My naysayers, my patron loves you, babies. Have a good one.